Howdy folks, welcome back to Luck Rogers Daisy Arcade. I'm really excited to show you this little fella. This one is one I've been playing with for about a year, and I'm like everybody who's seen it has gone a little bit mad. But this is what I'm calling a lucky shot system. So back in the day, there was the Latigo loops, and I thought that they were kind of useless. You know, cool historical aspect and whatnot, but I thought there should be something cooler in place of that. So this is the mirror, and it's got a lucky shot engraved there. And then it's got a hoop to kind of hold the mirror in place, so when you're shooting it doesn't fly all over the place. Now you have to kind of dial it in, so tightening this one every once in a while. And it's not for everyday shooting, but at the same time, if you need to give somebody an advantage while you're on the range, this is a fun way to do it. But yeah, it works quite well. So let's go ahead and run through it. So I'm gonna put it down. Once you've used it a little bit, it all becomes pretty second nature to just kind of put it in place. But to use it, I'm gonna take a couple shots, just make sure we're zeroed in, make sure our sights are where we want them to be. So go for one of these spoons. There we go. Yeah, we're hitting. Everything looks pretty well in order. I've got a 499 spring in here, so super light action. This thing's pretty well accurate, honestly. For a little ways. This one's got the real open air tube, the brass air tube, and the 499 spring. I think it almost shoots as hard as a standard Daisy. Not as, but like that tube gives it some power. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? We've got the brass sight. This is my version 2, so I've kind of gone to looking more like the Daisy. Put this little piece back in there. I'll have to re-sight this in. Sure. Not bad. Yeah, we're right on. Okay. Yeah, about midway up's where I like it to live. All right, so let's get this thing set up. Kind of pop it up. Toggle it over like this. Annie Oakley used to do this, but she would hold a mirror. This is a lot easier. And honestly, I'm surprised I haven't seen this anywhere before. But yeah, so I'm going to just start on this left side and just move on along. Uh-oh. These are some nice big coconut water cans. We got some aluminum coming up. And nice sound on those. Echoes around the hillside. This is a spice container. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ah, yes. I like this way though, because now I can like talk to you while I'm shooting, see? Getting distracted. That magnet holds them pretty good. Got a bar magnet on some cat food tins. Shoot right over them. Sometimes it's good to just dial it in, open both eyes. Yeah. Even when you're shooting in this little mirror, opening both eyes really gives you that triangulation. So this is one of the Christmas special versions. This is just a standard Daisy Spring, standard Daisy air tube. This one I've painted the mirror and the apparatus black, just give it a more uniform look for your standard Daisy. This is the one I was shooting before. Brass case, brass work, lighter spring load, quicker shooting. It's a load of fun. This one is a standard spring with the extended air, or not extended air tube, the brass air tube, the big bore, so it shoots pretty hard. And then this one, it's my old original. This one has the cobalt spring, the bored out air tube, and this one will send them. All right, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna run these targets right quick. Little range of sounds happening here. So we've got like one of those bar magnets from Harbor Freight with some cans stuck to it. They're stuck pretty hard. I wonder, might be able to work better this way. Yeah, still gives it a little bit of stick, but not nearly as much. Yeah, word. That'll do it. All right. Let's zap these. Let's mow them on down again. All right, so we've reset these targets. Gonna give it another go. This is the standard power Daisy. With authority. Overshooting. Almost got a 7-10 split. Clear its obstacle first. Yeah, this is a hoot though. I love being able to shoot things in fancy new ways. Go for that spice jar on the end. Nice thing with the paint on the cans is you can see some of that paint fly off like a dog shaking on a wet, rainy day. Yeah, a hoot, a hoot. This one I haven't shot as much, so not quite as on point with it. I really like my 499. Yeah, so to install these guys, just take this guy, unscrew it, just like when you're removing the stock. Just one screw. There we go. Yeah, this one I used a thicker piece of brass than my original. I still might take these all another step, but these are practical. They work well. They hold up. Yeah, I've been fooling around with these for about a year, and then I finally just ready to share them. Cool. And then yeah, you put your bolts back on. Like the brass doesn't seem to eat up your Daisy steel or anything. And also, I didn't do it on this one, but there's these little brads on the undersides of these screws, and they're little diggers, you know, they kind of help bite the piece down, but ever since I started making these, I've been filing them down so they don't harsh the brass, because, you know, steel versus brass, the steel's gonna win. let's oh, here. Let's reinstall this feller. Easy peasy, you know. But this sure is cooler than a Latigo loop, I do say. My Daisy's got a rear view mirror. Alright, yeah. Usually sitting when I install all this. Yeah, there it goes. Biting on it good. Yeah, it kind of tucks in there. Doesn't want to come out. And that gives it a little hitching post, yeah. Another fun thing about the Lucky Shot system, this mirror, is that when you're shooting it over your shoulder, it gives you a nice sturdy platform. So like, it gives you a pretty good way to shoot, honestly. I think in the future, everybody's going to shoot their guns this way. I really do. Now, when you're first playing with these, maybe don't do it when you've got a whole lot of people around, because every time I've handed this thing over to somebody to mess with, like I handed it to my dad when my brothers were over, and he leveled this thing cocked at all three of his sons, because like we were standing that way and he was shooting at the target that was back there. But like when you're shooting with the mirror, everything kind of goes backwards, so like it's good to exercise caution when you crank it open like that. Just put it right back, always downrange. One of the other cool things, since you're up here, your BBs are usually in the end of your barrel here, and so when you bring it back to cock, it usually dumps one right into your loading port, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, I love this thing. Yeah, and now you can too. And as with all of my products, I don't make tons of these. These don't come out of a factory or nothing. So if anything ever comes up with your piece, I am happy to fix it or repair it. If there's anything needs repairing, this is all serviceable stuff. And as with Lucky Buttons jewelry, I like to have a pretty baller customer service. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed this piece, and I'll see you later on down the trail. Yeah, see you next time. Have a good day.